Good morning, everybody. I'm Captain Tommy Scoville, and this is the Lifeboat. I feel like we're sailing in the Antarctic. It is so cold inside my house this morning. This is the third take, people. I'm shivering, and I don't ever do 2 or 3 takes, but the first 2 are just, it is so cold. I can't even begin to tell you. The seasons are officially changing here in northern Nevada, and it is winter time now. I'll tell you what. It is winter time. So I got some announcements. As I said, these are big ones. I'll save the biggest one for last. The one that you're gonna freak out on the most for last. But tonight at 6 o'clock, Joe Birdwell's story. I'm gonna be doing an interview with Joe. We've talked about this. If you're a crew member on the boat, you know exactly where Joe's at. After 17 years of doing meth every single day and never once trying to quit. He found the channel, he quit, he's living the dream, people, and we've been, everyone has rallied behind Joe in a way that, it's beautiful. I hope it's not unique. I hope that this happens and continues to happen for the entire time that we're sailing, but everybody has supported him in such a huge way, and we feel like we really know his story, and I'm telling you right now, you don't know his story at all. His goodbye letter was beautiful, and the things that he says in the live chats are just awesome, and you really feel like you're starting to get to know someone, and at some level you are. But boy, when you see the interview tonight and you have a chance to really hear his story, the beginning of his story, because Joe is just at the starting line. What he's done so far is huge. It's amazing. But we're going to take this journey with him, and we're going to document it, and that's going to be something that I don't think's been done before. And speaking of things that haven't been done before, I did an interview last night with Chris Charlebois, one of our Canadian crew members, and a guy that has been a friend of mine now for over a year, just a really great guy. And there was one moment in that interview, and I know you already know which one I'm talking about, but at the very end of that video, when he leaned in and looked at the camera and apologized to everybody out in the life who's doing drugs, and apologized for being a drug dealer, that is a moment, people, that is going to stick with me forever and ever. It's one of the most amazing things. When he said he wanted to apologize, I didn't think for 1 second it was going to be a literal apology to people who are still in the life. But what a beautiful moment, and what a great guy. That's your crew, right? That's the crew you're serving with. These getting to know the crew interviews are absolutely a magic. They really are magic, and the number of views that we're getting on those is kind of proving that out. And the number of you who are sharing these interviews, and the goodbye letters as well, but sharing these out to the world, you're the reason that we've grown now 14% or so in the last week, 8 to 10 days, something like that, and we're excited. People, the boat is also changing in appearance. If you missed the video last night, the live feed last night, where I talked about the changing complexion of the boat. First of all, if you missed the live feed last night, why? No, if you weren't able to get on the live feed, then you didn't hear the thanks that I gave to our first mate on this boat. Mr. Mark Wages has done an unbelievable amount of work to make us look more professional and to protect us, from certain things as well. And it's I could spend the next 2 hours thanking him, and it wouldn't do any justice at all. He is really, people, he is the best that the boat has to offer. He is as big a part of this boat as anybody, and definitely a bigger part of this boat than I am. He is really just day in, day out, dedicated to the mission of this boat and what it is we're trying to do. And he's a great guy. I love him as a brother and as a friend, and as a crew member, he's the top of the food chain. He really is, people. Now, another interview is going to be coming up next week, and I don't want to accidentally give you a day that is wrong. It's not like it would be the end of the world, but let me make sure that I know. You know what? No, I'm not going to do that. What I'll do is just say this. Journey's dead. That was a joke. Journey's father, Red, Grizzly Heat Griffin, the the big Grizz, the original Grizz, is going to be interviewed on this channel. And the fact that that Journey already interviewed with us and alluded to a little bit about her dad and probably pressured him a little. If you remember, she said, you know, maybe Dad will come on and do that. No, we've been talking, and I couldn't be more honored to have somebody come on here and do their story. He is a brother in the most real sense of the word. I cannot tell you the support that I have had from Rhett since the day that I met him. He's just a beautiful human being, and I don't know the nuts and bolts of his story. I really don't, but we're all going to find it out next week. The Rhett Griffin that I know, the Grizz, is just the most positive and loving person you would ever want to meet. You know, he was there for me, you know, through my dad passing away and through basically everything that has happened to me since I walked out of prison. You know, he has been a huge part of my life, and I'm really, really excited to bring that interview to the world. It's going to be next week. We're putting together the details, but that is coming. And then lastly, people, today at 3 o'clock on the left coast, the west coast, the best coast, we know what's happening. 3 o'clock Pacific time, the link will go up for you to go buy t-shirts. Amazingly, people, I'm not exactly sure how, in the excitement of last night and, you know, letting everyone know that the first person that needs to get that is going to be, of course, Saigon Cinnamon. But one of the things that I neglected to mention, I failed to mention, is that there are 3 different things that you can buy. There's not just the t-shirt. This is a t-shirt. This is a long sleeve shirt. So it looks just like a t-shirt, except it's got long sleeves. You know, it's getting a little colder. That might be something that some people want to go with. And then the last thing is a hooded sweatshirt, right? A hoodie. So it's available in 3 different styles. You can get, you know, one or the other, or all 3, or any combination of it. And yeah, I don't know how I forgot, but I mentioned it to somebody after the fact, and they went, "What? You can get a hoodie?" So yeah, those 3 options are going to be available to you today at 3 o'clock on the Pacific left coast time. So yeah, it's official now. We will be having some shirts and hoodies and long sleeve shirts that the crew can pick up, and that'll be for the next 2 weeks. You have the opportunity to get that. At the end of that 2 weeks, this design and this style is done, and the first shirt ever on the lifeboat and the Saigon Cinnamon shirt campaign will be over. So today at 3 o'clock, people, be ready. I'm sorry that I had to postpone until 3 o'clock, but we just cannot let this get in the hands of somebody other than Saigon Cinnamon first. That's just the way it's got to be. And I think everybody last night on the live feed was in agreement about that. So that's cool. People, this is the start of my 3-day weekend. I will be doing plenty of filming over the next 3 days. And I will be doing a live feed tonight that, let's just say it will be a long one. We'll be on there. We're going to spend a lot of time together as a crew this weekend. Thank you for everything that you do, people, to make this boat better, because you are the reason that this thing is building and going the way that it is. And make no mistake, we're doing what we were hoped to do. It is 10 degrees in this room. My mouth doesn't work. My hands are freezing, and I am not refilming this bad boy. You are the reason that the dream is becoming a reality. You people sharing all of these links to your Facebook pages, to all of the different social media platforms that you're on, you're the reason that the lifeboat is really taking off. So to each and every one of you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Some things are going to pop up here on the screen. One is the lifeboat symbol. If you click that, you become part of our crew. If you hit the bell for notification, they will tell you every time one of these videos or one of our live feeds goes up. So please take the time to do that. Then on the other side, those are videos. There's a bunch of them. There's the goodbye letters. There's the interviews. Check them all out, people. There's a little nugget in each one of those you can put in your toolbox, so that as you're fighting the good fight, there's all of the equipment there to do it, and to do it right. I am Captain Tommy Scoville. This is the lifeboat. Until between now and the next time we see each other, people, you know what you need to do, right? Yeah. Try and save somebody. We'll see you on the next video.